Cincinnati, Ohio.
Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Cincinnati.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Here's Huntley.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
First down, here's the run with Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Cook again.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there, and you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
2nd down and goal. Mills. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Khalil Mack coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. On third down, here's Mills. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They run the counter with Cook. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Mills now from the 50. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Huntley to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Palmer, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mills. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. From the gun, here's Mills. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This is brought in at the 21. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw, Huntley. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw on 3rd down, Huntley. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. The tight end in motion right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He completes it to Julio Jones. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They run with the Alabama rookie. That's Brian Robinson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, Huntley. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a 2nd player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Off-play action. Huntley. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And they'll accept that penalty.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd and 10, Mills able to shake, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, strike!
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. In motion right is Jones.
Warriors 17.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's going to leak out the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create touchdown.
Chris Olave with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need it. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Steelers 31, Bengals nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
After the pick 6 a moment ago, here's Mills again.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
3rd and long for Mills.
This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Mills to throw for it on 4th. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Final play of the half, Mills.
He's going to look deep for more. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here's Mills.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. a Steeler touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now Mills winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
19. 18, Rodley, half the street.
Back to throw. Huntley. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Mills. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. To throw, Mills.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
Here we go.
4th down, Mills.
That's to his running back, complete.
And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's Huntley. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
18, Pioneer. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
On 3rd down, Huntley. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here comes Grant on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And this one caught by Cameron Brain. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mills on 1st down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Grant.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Mills to the air again.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Huntley to throw.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Gold with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Mills now.
And now here is another interception. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Julio Jones. 27 yards.
And the Steelers continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Gould able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to...
And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
They'll run with Robinson.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Oh, the return from his end zone is Grant. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
First down, Mills. It returns it right back to Samuel.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got ready?
And they will take a knee here.
was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward.